Hi everyone, my name is John. I'm one of the people that actually created Bill and Dave's Random Ramblings. Recently my family and I decided to go up north to Hearst Castle, and I thought to myself, wow, wouldn't it be cool to add some videos to boost up the crowdfunding awareness? As you know, I sent in a crowdfunding for my patent through GoFundMe.com. And this is my way to actually let potential filmmakers, aspiring filmmakers, or anybody in general who's curious about how this thing came about. Generally, this Bill and Days was just a crazy idea, just for fun, just to add something to the video. I took an HD camera and I decided to do just different pictures of what I wanted to show people. I try to leave it at 30 seconds, like a commercial. That way I know people get bored once they do anything more than 30 seconds. So this is done on an HD camera. Very simple. As you can see, there's no letters or signs of famous places or anything like that. So it's very simple. I figured, well, and why not change your voice for Bill and Dave? To me, I'm not really a voice actor, so it's really hard for me to keep changing voices. I can, but it's going to be hard because all of these things that I'm doing is unscripted, so there's no script whatsoever. This is as I go along, because back in 2010 I took a lot of improv, which basically there's no script. You have to deal with just things in general. So you have to, if someone giving you something, you have to be quick on your feet and just let it go. I mean, don't take yourself too seriously. Be yourself. Don't try to imitate someone else. And the idea behind the rambling part, I know many people are saying, well, rambling is usually a word used to talk about complaining about something. I use that word rambling just as a whimsical take on words, and the reason I also chose Bill and Dave is to make it easier for me to go back and forth, because like I said, I'm doing this like a one-man voice and everything, so I want to make sure that I keep track of how the characters are progressing, and if there's anything else that's it just comes out of my head and I just go along with it, and if I like it, I'll go ahead and post it. So there's really no editing whatsoever, unless I say something that's not appropriate for the audience, something that would turn off people. So I try to make it light and simple, and you can start with that. I know some people say, well, why can't you say certain words and and express yourself that way? That's true, and don't get me wrong, I like using those words too, but when you're trying to raise money and you're trying to create an idea, you don't have to say expletive words. You don't have to say certain things just to get people's attention. I think that by just being yourself and just letting the audience decide for you what they think is really good and what's good content. And I'm having fun with this. I don't know where this is gonna go, if it's gonna be in syndication or if it's gonna be just using YouTube. All I know is I wanted to do this segment just so that people will understand, okay, so he's not just a patent inventor, but he's an entrepreneur, he's also a writer, filmmaker. All of that aspect comes into play. So I wanted to do something creative and fun, and I try to use locations where it's random. Nothing was planned out. Everything is just came out of my head and decided, hey, this might be fun to do. And this is why I wanted to at least stand up here and to let you guys know this is what I'm doing to bring more views into my YouTube page. You'll notice that on the other YouTube pages, it will talk about the other screenplays that I'm working on. You'll notice also I look different because I've been doing a lot of yoga. So that was like what, 2010, 2011 was the if you saw me heavy set and everything. But what am I going to do with this segment? Well, I'm going to keep doing it until I get the funding that I need for the patent to pay the patent fees. And I'm also going to be adding some more ideas along the way. If you guys want to know more about me, you can follow me on Twitter. I do have a professional LinkedIn account, and I do have Facebook. And I also have a Facebook page. So you can look up my name, John Samano, and I will, or you can email me or look me up on Facebook. You'll see me standing next to the Paley Center, so you'll know that's me. What else do I have? I did say I do have Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, which is my professional network. So for any of you out there who are professionals that want to connect with me, you're more than welcome to. And so far so good. We're just working on more skits to talk about, and another explanation on the monologue. Most of you guys know that monologues are used by actors and theater people to express how a character is by reading a book or a piece of paper. I felt that by having Bill and Dave have the same voice, I'm playing fun at the people who like to change their voice. And don't get me wrong, I'm not upset with those people who can quickly change their voice and to stay in character. My take on that is, I think it's wonderful to have one person do two voices and not change their voice, only for the sake of being funny. It's like I said, it's not to put down anybody that can do so many voices. I never had a voice coach. I never went to a formal acting school or anything like that. The only thing that I ever did was improv. It's one of those community classes that you see on ads at like Whole Foods, those kind of things. That's why I'm very excited to do Bill and Dave's Random Ramblings, only because I'm having fun with it. I wanted to get people entertained, and I think I explained why I chose within the 30-second mark, or within that parameter, not going over a minute. The reason for that, if you guys notice in commercials, people never go beyond 30 seconds unless they're trying to move, unless they have a point to make. And that's why I did it that way, because our attention span, after, it's kind of like speed dating. In speed dating, you have like 1 or 2 minutes or 3 minutes to try to convince your date that you're a potential person for them. And I've gone to speed dating, and it's interesting because you don't get to know someone, you only get to see if you can connect with them with 3 minutes. This is why I decided to do 30-second segments. And if I do go beyond 30 seconds, there's a reason for that too. So I want to say again, thank you, and please support my GoFunding campaign. I'll be putting up my Kickstarter again. I have to revamp that one because that's actually raising money for the actual patent, to create the patent. The GoFundMe one is actually just for the patent fees. So I'm gonna keep working on that. Just keep watching and supporting my page, please. I really do appreciate any support or any views or anything you can do to get people to watch my video. I think it's a wonderful thing. And for those of you who are aspiring filmmakers, actors, actresses, anything like that, if you want to connect with me, I also have Stage 32. I've had that for I think a year now. So I have like over 2,000 people. So if you're a DP, if you are an actress, producer, casting agent, casting manager, anybody to do with singing, anything like that, please look me up. And for those of you that do yoga, I also do yoga. So I'm working on getting my certification in Canada, and I'll probably be teaching seasonal. I don't know yet where, but more than likely Toronto. So just let me know, if you want to keep in touch with me through the email, that's great. Just let me know. I'm on LinkedIn as my professional network, and I do have 2 Facebook pages. So thank you again for your support.